Okay, I am just getting set up and waiting for everything to be ready to go. And then I will get started. I'm a little off center from where I thought I was going to be. Sorry for the moving camera. Just trying to get everything adjusted. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing, I kind of just came on to sort of chat with anybody who wanted to join in and see what I was up to. I'm just going to be working on some invitations for my little guy's second birthday party. Hey, Sandra, how's it going? So I'm just going to kind of work through that while I chat with you guys. If that sounds good to you, if we're done with that, then we can do something else later too. But I figured I would just get started and yeah, we can chat. So what I'm doing is I'm working on these invitations. My little guy is turning 2 on October 3rd. So the following weekend we are going to have a birthday party for him. And his birthday party theme is going to be Taco Tuesday. Because he's turning 2, get it? Um, so I kind of went all out and did like a pinata theme at the bottom. And I've got like the cactus wearing a sombrero and all kinds of cute stuff. So this top part I designed and printed on Design Space for the Cricut. So I did all of my design work there. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sandra. Thanks, Michelle. um, if you guys know me at all, or if you get to know me, you will know that I love all things Mexican food, like 100% obsessed with Mexican food. So much so that when we go to our Mexican restaurant, because we have a particular one that we go to, we know the owner, and whenever we go there, he or the waiters, any of the waiters, because they all know us, they always say, okay, see you tomorrow when we leave. And I'm not sure if that's like super embarrassing or pretty cool, but whatever. But anyway, so we're gonna do a Taco Tuesday theme for his birthday party. And we might have our Mexican restaurant come and cater it because I am feeling all kinds of lazy. We normally wouldn't splurge for something like that, but um, I have no energy right now to be trying to like make tacos. Sorry for the coughing, that's my husband. He's sitting right over there. Um, anyway, I don't have the energy for that. Hey, Kijo, how's it going? I was just telling everybody that I'm making invitations for my little guy's second birthday. So we're doing Taco Tuesday. It says skip the siesta and join the fiesta for Benton's Taco Tuesday party. And this is just the front. So I've done a few of them so far. And then this is what it looks like on the card. I still have to figure out what I'm gonna do on the inside because that's where the party details will go. But at least for now, I have the front designed. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I have a few, I've got my streamers. um, I've got a few extra printed ones that I'm going to work on. Hey, Belinda. Oh, hey, Stacy. Oh, Indiana. Yeah, you know what? I think you're an hour behind me, maybe. I'm on the East Coast, and so I'm on Eastern Standard Time. It's like almost 11 o'clock, and I figured, you know what? I haven't done a video in a few days, and I don't have anything ready to go, so I'm just going to go on live and work on these invitations because I'm going to be working on them anyway, and hopefully I'll get somebody fun to chat with. Belinda, your son came. Is he there to visit or does he live with you guys? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started on this. So what I do for these invitations, I kind of got a mess on my desk right here. I start and just kind of slather the whole thing up in tape. Oh no, I knew this was going to happen. You guys, I ran out of I ran out of tape. No good. Okay. Yes, Stacy, it's almost 11 here. It's very late for my mom brain over here. And I had a feeling this was going to happen, and I should have planned in advance and done this. But now you guys get a tutorial on how to change the tape in this ATG tape glider. Every time I do this, I have to like watch a YouTube video. Yeah, I watched Christopher live earlier. I think we were both on there, Sandra. And while he was driving back from May Con. Hold on one second. I'm just grabbing the refill from my drawer. Here it is. Okay. Okay, so I have to watch a YouTube video like every time I do this, so don't laugh at me or don't judge me too hard. Belinda, he lives next door. That's so cool. Uh-oh. That's not good. I ripped the little thing, apparently, but it didn't come off. Whew, okay, crisis averted. Okay, so it starts over here, but the thing is, I never know if it goes this way or if it goes this way. Let's try that. Wait, there's probably a diagram on here. I think it goes this way. I do. I really like it. The only thing I don't like is changing the tape. That is the only thing I do not like. I feel like this goes the other way. Hold on. Okay, maybe. Let's see if this part is sticky, then it will be right. Nope, it's the other way. Oh, you kept the instruction sheet. That was a really good idea, because look at me. Every single time, I can't tell you, I've had this thing for years, and every single time I have to look online and figure out how to get it on here. I don't know what's going on here. This one is a little hard to get on. Huh. I've never had this problem before. I pushed the little clip in, so it should have been going in okay. Maybe if and now I'm getting sticky. I'm wasting my tape. Maybe if I just turn it a little bit. Sometimes I think they're not quite circular, but it fit the other way, so now I'm a little concerned. Oh, okay, we got it. Mine does not jam. I'm not sure. Oh, you ordered the Anna Griffin one and it doesn't work. Oh no. Yeah, I really like this one. I have not had any trouble with it, except the obvious of right now, which is that I can't ever figure out how to put the tape in. And it's like every time, it's like I've never done it before. I don't know. I don't know why I forget every single time, but I go long enough in between that it's like it's brand new to me and like I've never done it before. It did take me a lot to get used to. Like, it was very awkward, I feel like, when I first got it. But now it's just like second nature. Like, to just use it in general. I feel like, I'm going to wind this up just a little bit more so this little edge is tucked in. I feel like it's very, very convenient, and I like it way better than the tape, the little tape runners, the glue dots and all that. Those I get annoyed with. I feel like they don't ever work quite how I want them to. All right, moment of truth, guys. So this first one is always a little bit, this is probably going to be slightly problematic because let's see, I think it's working right. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's a little weird at first if you've overwound it, basically, because there's that extra tape up at the top, and it gets all weird. So now I've kind of got like this weird little bubble here, but the cool thing is you can just peel it off, and that's no big deal. It just kind of goes away, and you can just get rid of it. Okay, so um, it is more cost effective in my opinion. I save a ton of money doing it this way. You can get, there's two types of tape for this gun, and one of them is acid free, and the other one is not. Um, for daily card making, like if you're just gonna make something and then send it and whatever, you can probably get away without using the acid free one. Like for me, I actually sell my cards. So I use the acid free because I found that some cards that, like, if I didn't sell them right away and they kind of sat for a while, like a year or something, and I just had it at the house, even though I had it in the protective sleeve and everything, the tape was yellowing through the paper. And I did not like that. Obviously, I can't really like sell a card that has all that in the middle. So I started using the acid free for my cards that I sell. But if I'm just going to be giving it to someone, and like I don't expect them to hang on to it for forever, then I will just go ahead and use the acid, or like the non acid free one, just like the regular one. But it kind of varies. Um, Amen, Belinda. If you feel like someone's going to throw it away, don't waste your good supplies. That is a smart piece of advice to live by. um, Score tape, Kijo. You know what? I have not really gotten on the score tape train, to be honest. I have some double-sided adhesive, and I just never use it because it takes me so long to get it out. And it's probably user error, but I can never pick the backing off, and I don't know. I just get too frustrated with it. So I tend to not ever use it, and it sits in my adhesive drawer all neglected and lonely. But maybe if I had a better brand, it would not be so troublesome for me. I think mine is just, it's a hand-me-down. I honestly didn't buy it myself, but, you know. Oh, Belinda, your son, his wife, and 17-month-old grandson. That's precious. That's really cool that your family lives so close. 4, 2, and 7 months. Oh, that's precious. I wish that we had family that lived closer. We have somewhat nearby family. My mom and my stepdad live in Williamsburg, which is about, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes away or so. And, I mean, that's not too far. But, it's still an hour and 15 minutes. So it kind of adds up when you want to travel or meet for anything. And both of my brothers both live in Williamsburg now also. That's kind of a recent thing. My older brother did live in Iowa. I used to live there too. And he just recently moved back. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so you guys are going to get to see what I do for this next part. I think I'm 1, 2, 3. For whatever reason, I kind of got off on my little measurements here, but that's okay. Stacy, you're going to be selling at a craft fair. That's really cool. When is your show? Is it sometime in the near future, or is it still a ways off, like more for a holiday craft show? Okay, so you guys, what I do here to make this little fringe stuff is, I'm going to cut this little bit off here because it's ugly. This is actually, these things here, they're streamers from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 whole rolls per color for $1. And so I cut off a big strip like that, and then I fold it a bunch of times, just over and over on itself. I think that's probably good. And then I just take my scissors and cut. Maybe like 2/3 or so of the way. And I found that the little cuts tend to work better for this because the card's not that big. So I kind of try to make them fairly thin, maybe like 1/4 of an inch. Real score tape. Okay, so I guess I have to try it because I will be honest, I don't think I've ever tried the actual brand name of the score tape. I have some double-sided adhesives, but I have not tried the real stuff. So I will definitely have to look into that. I'll try to put that on my list of things to try. But so then when I'm done with that, I just unfold it, and now I have like all of this trim or this fringe that I can use to make my cute little piñata bottoms. And like I was doing before, I just line it up and adhere it to my already glued surface, and then it's good to go. It's pretty cool, and it's a really simple thing, but I think it adds a cute amount of detail. I guess I kind of wasted that one. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it would be super cute to send these in the mail. Hopefully somebody appreciates them. Okay. Oh, and you guys, I'm going to be on the blog on Brutus Monroe tonight, starting at midnight. So if you're still awake, you can go and check out my card, which has a similar theme to this. Just saying, if you love tacos, you will love my card that I am putting up on the blog at midnight. Or if you're going to be going to bed, that's okay too. And, you know, you can see it in the morning. Real scores. Oh, you have, okay, so you have a craft show this weekend and then one at the end of October. I was supposed to have one this past weekend, but it got canceled because of the hurricane. But we actually, so we were supposed to be like right in the midst of the hurricane and get kind of like the brunt of everything, and then everything changed, and that definitely did not happen, and we only got like a tiny bit of rain and like some wind on 1 or 2 days maybe. So definitely we were very lucky, but of course those people in North Carolina and South Carolina have been really, really impacted by the hurricane. So that has been, you know, hard because we feel lucky, you know, but then obviously we feel distressed for those people as well. And we have some family down in South Carolina as well, and some friends in North Carolina in one of the cities that actually had some of the most damage, New Bern, North Carolina. So we have a sweet friend who lives there, but luckily she evacuated with her her little boys and their dogs before the hurricane hit, so they were safe, thankfully. But it's been a lot to kind of take in and keep track of, and I'm kind of hoping that there might be some sort of opportunity where we could drive down and help once the things kind of settle down a little bit down there, because we live really close to the North Carolina border. I'm trying to catch up on all the comments too. I've just been blabbing and doing my work. I haven't been reading all of your comments very well. Okay, so we read about the craft show. This weekend's kind of a farmer's market. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like those. Oh yeah, who doesn't love tacos? I definitely do. Although I'm on a diet right now, you guys, which is really cramping my taco loving style. It's not going so well. I'm doing a low carb diet. And so no tacos for me, but I can have taco bowls, I guess. Your husband, yeah, everybody loves tacos. Let's be honest. I don't know a single person who doesn't like tacos. Oh, Stacy, these are for my son. So I figured I would kill 2 birds with 1 stone and make these invitations while I hang out with you guys, because you're awesome. So we're doing a Taco Tuesday theme birthday party for him since he's turning 2. I figured we would play up the pun. And apparently this is like really popular. I had never heard of such a thing, like a Taco Tuesday party, but I thought it was like the cutest thing ever, and I couldn't pass it up because we love tacos so much. And so here we are. Oh, me too, Belinda. It's just so hard to even, I don't know. it's just heartbreaking. All of the damage and destruction, and some of the stories about the people who were lost, and it's heartbreaking. Um, it's heartbreaking. And I have been having a hard time, if we're going to have real talk here for a second. I have been having a very hard time lately, I would say probably since I had kids, um, that I have a really difficult time hearing about losses, and like suffering from other people, other families, especially when it involves children, um, because it's just like the worst thing you can imagine. And I don't know, I really struggle with it. I kind of have some anxiety issues as it is. But then since I have become a mom, the like that added with the mom anxiety and just like the fear of never knowing what could happen, it's a little overwhelming sometimes. So things like this, like the hurricane, they definitely impact me differently than they used to. I used to, not that I was like cold hearted or anything, but I could still, kind of just go about my business, and, I would try to figure out how I could donate or how I could help, but then I would kind of move on and it wouldn't be on my heart as much. It was still there, but not as much. But then now, since I've had my little ones, it's just, I don't know, it took it to a whole new level. And now I can't stop thinking about them, and I don't know. It just, yeah, a lot more sensitive as we get older too. I think you're right. Um, I think we realize a little bit that time is precious, and every moment that you get it's not guaranteed. When you're little, or young, not little, but when you're younger, you just feel invincible, and you just don't think anything's ever going to happen to you. And then as you get older, I think, we see our loved ones lost or other people's, and there's just a lot more that, you didn't have to, or you didn't feel as connected to before. Okay. I get a little sloppy up at the top sometimes. I'm hoping that somebody appreciates the amount of work this is, because this is kind of a lot. Sometimes I start working on these cards or invitations or whatever for my kids, or decorating for their parties and stuff, and I'm like, why did I do this? Like, why did I think this was a good idea? I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, your mom, being a mom quadruples your feelings. Yes, yeah, you're probably not wrong. um, you do, and you're not getting the invite. Well, thank you, because then I know at least someone will appreciate it. I think they're so cute, but I just wonder, like, what people think when they get these invitations from me. Like, is she for real? Like, she made a piñata on her card. Like, seriously? Oh, yeah, Kijo, I think you're right too. I think it's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. And I don't know if you were on there for Christopher's live video earlier, but he was talking about how he went to the Titanic Museum, um, when he was on his trip just now, to MayMayCon. I think he said it was in Pigeon Forge, in Tennessee. But he said he went to the Titanic Museum, and I just can't even imagine. We went, like, when I was in school, maybe like, I don't know, 7th or 8th grade. We went and saw a Titanic exhibit, but I don't think it was as involved as what he was describing. What Christopher was describing was like a crazy, all out, like, it had a replica of the staircase, like the main staircase on the ship, and it had like the third class passenger section, and it had flickering lights and rushing water so you could see like what they experienced, and then you could touch the cold water to see like how cold it was when, you know, they went into the water. Which I don't think when we went that it was anywhere near that involved. I think, I don't think it was anywhere near that. So, I'd like to see that someday. But anyway, the point of that was that when he was talking about it, all I could think about was like all the sad people, you know, all the sad stories basically that happened, because so many people were lost, you know, and I think the movie did a really good job of, I think that's a little too short. I think the movie did a really good job of kind of showcasing all of that, because when I was growing up, I think, I saw it in the movie theater when it came out, and we had it on VHS, and then we upgraded and got it on DVD. But I just remember being like so emotional, like when they were showing all of the scenes of like the families that just they knew they weren't going to survive, and it was too much for my little emotional self to handle. It was just so sad. Oh, guys, I'm getting sticky. Yeah, it was just, that's so sad. And it's hard. It would be one thing if it was just a story, you know, but like to know that it was real and those things really did happen. I don't know. That's just, it's crazy to me. It's hard for me to handle. He also mentioned a thing he had at school that got him into it. I think that's where the cold water thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, when it came out, yeah, it was 2 tape. Yes, that's what we had too. And then you had to switch it over. And I always used to have to decide, like when I would go to put it in, do I want to watch the first VHS today or the second one? Because I would only have enough time to do so much of one or the other. And so I would have to choose like first movie or second movie and then go from there. And I'm like, well, do I want to start in the middle of the action or do I want to get the backstory? Because some of my favorite parts are at the beginning, or at least sort of at the beginning. And yeah, it was such a hard choice to make. Yes, Kijo, that is the exact part that I was thinking about. And just like talking about it right now, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Because when I first saw it, it was super sad. But now, seeing that and being a mother and, oh my gosh, I just can't even, I can't. There are no words for how horrific that is. Even to just watch, much less experience. I just, wow. Oh no, you took it to Goodwill. How could you part with it? It's such a classic. Yeah, I don't think we have any VHS anymore at all. We don't even have a VCR. I almost forgot what it was called. What's that thing that plays the VHS? I almost forgot VCR. It's been a while, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. That scene just tore me up. And then that sweet old couple that was in the bed, that too. That just broke my heart. And obviously the tragedy of the fact that there could have been so many more people to survive, but, with the whole, the boats leaving half full and, they weren't at capacity. It's just crazy. Ugh, it's such a tragedy. Okay, we need to change the topic because I'm getting all sad and teary-eyed. You guys don't want to hear me sniffle and cry on this live video. Grass cutter scissors. Okay, let me just tell you that I desperately wanted to find some scissors that had the like fringe or whatever, which I assume is basically what you're talking about, so that I didn't have to do this over and over and over again. You soggy tacos. You guys are killing me. Um, yes, okay, so I looked and I was actually gonna go buy some, but none of my local craft stores had any. And I was like, well, I need to make these invitations now, so I guess I can't wait. But that's definitely something that I may want to look into, because if I ever need to do something like this again, this is a little tedious. It's a little much. Okay, let's see. So my problem is I'm not taping very straight, apparently. And so then when I get up here at the top, there's like no tape for it to stick to because I'm not being very precise. Okay, but this multimedia mat is my best friend and it's gonna get me through. How many invites do I need to make? Okay, so I've already made, before I started today, I made 5 and I need to make 5 more. So I think I'm on number 3 and then I need 2 more after this. So this one and then 1 more. And then I'll be all done. And then we can sign off and say goodbye, or I can do something else. I don't know. Depends on what you guys are feeling. I know some of you guys said you needed to go to bed. But yeah, so, okay, let's see. We're all gonna be crying. You're absolutely right. I'm not even gonna talk about it anymore. Wonder what Christopher is going to tell us about tomorrow. That is a very good question. I wish that I had some sort of like design team special privilege and I could tell you that, or knew. I don't even know what it is. So I'll probably find out at the same time as you guys. But I wish I could like sneak peek you somehow and tell you, but I have no idea what it is. I put this lid back on. I'm totally not done with it. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas of what you think it might be for tomorrow? Probably really exciting. Oh, and also, I don't know if you guys were on the live video. You probably were, because you guys catch Christopher live pretty much every time. But I don't know if you guys were on the live video where he was talking about ornaments for the Christmas tree in the store. And I am going to be making some, and I was wondering if you guys are making any also. And like what kind of ornaments you guys make if you were planning on making something. Like, is it something that's totally paper crafted? Is it mixed media? Is it like a glass ball ornament? Like what kind of stuff would you do if you were to send an ornament to Christopher for the store? I've never done anything like that before. My family does an ornament gift exchange. Well, it's not a gift, it's an ornament. A homemade, handmade, whichever sounds better. Homemade or handmade ornament exchange every year. And so you get from however many people participate, you get that many ornaments in exchange. So you find out how many people are participating, and then you make that many plus 1 for yourself. And I don't know what I'm going to make this year, but actually, do you guys want me to sneak peek you the ornaments that I was working on? I only have 1 made so far, and I'm not sharing these on social media anywhere. Until like way later probably, but I could show them to you if you want to see them. Okay, you're making tonic crackers. What are tonic crackers? I don't know what tonic crackers are. I need more information on tonic crackers because I don't know what that means. So more info on that. Stacy says, I've seen Maymay make them with like half of the plastic ones and put in the small figurines. So does she put like snow inside of it? Is it like a, I don't even really know what to call it. Is it kind of like an aquarium or a terrarium sort of feel to it? I guess I don't really know what to expect. Oh no, I got a hair in it. Ah. Okay, that's the bad thing about putting your glue down first, or your tape in this case. You were surprised when you watched and saw Heather reveal the Halloween box and the new inspiration box. Was she live or where was it? Did I miss that video? I think I might have missed that video. I didn't see Heather post a new one. I'm gonna have to figure out where that video is. Is it on her YouTube channel or is it on the Brutus Monroe channel? I need more info on that also. Okay. Yes, I will show you the ornaments in just a second when I finish this little fringy thing. Okay, uses the fake snow and the back is a piece of cardstock. Ooh, that's a cool idea. All right, so Tonic had a magazine where it had cracker dies and Nordic Christmas. Okay, but what is a cracker? Is that like a British thing? Oh, in the UK. Okay, I'm gonna totally like oof myself as an American here. But is that like in Harry Potter when they are at the table, like in the Great Hall over Christmas, and they pull the cracker together and then there's like a gift or a present inside? And like in Harry Potter, of course, it's like all magical and they do crazy things like come alive or play chess or who knows. Oh yeah, and you pull the ribbon and they pop. Okay. So it is in my limited American worldview. There we go. It's full of gag gifts. That's awesome. That sounds really fun, and I wish that we did that here. I wish that there was like a tradition like that. We have really weird, lame traditions, like the white elephant gift exchange. I don't know if you guys do that there, where basically you get like really weird gifts and then exchange them, or like you don't know what it is. I don't know. It's such a weird little game. She was showing some of her recent purchases from different places. Oh, well, I'm going to need to go and look for her video because I did not get a notification that she posted anything, so I'm going to have to find her. Okay, before I start on that one, I will show you guys my my ornament. Okay, I have it nearby. Okay, so I'm not showing this anywhere else on social media. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry, I think we froze up for a second there. Okay, hopefully I am back. You guys let me know if you can see me. Oh, it was on Facebook. Oh, okay. Well, went to a Christmas party last year. We got the toilet seat that was decorated. Oh no. Oh, what weird traditions we have. Okay, so you guys caught a sneak peek, I think, while I was trying to fix the connection. But this is the ornament that I made to send to Christopher for his tree. And I haven't shared it anywhere. And I won't share it anywhere except for here. So you guys are like my exclusive little gang of live viewers that get to see this. Basically, I used a mason jar lid, and I cut a circle. I stamped my little bunnies on my cardstock. I stamped another little greeting around here. So this is the Bunny Kisses stamp set from Brutus Monroe. And then I also used this Sending Love at Christmas stamp, which I think was from Simon Says Stamp. I can't remember. But yes, so I stamped it, I colored it with Copics, I heat embossed this little guy, I painted the mason jar lid so that it was white also. I used my Crop-A-Dile to punch holes through the mason jar so that it would hang, so I could just put some little twine. And then I sealed it with the lid part of the mason jar, but I painted that as well. And then it's just got my Love Jess Virginia Beach, so that they know who it's from. But I thought it was a super cool kind of idea. I also did liberally coat it with glitter dust. So that is a thing. But yeah, I made this a little while ago and I've been dying to share it. I really have wanted to, but I was kind of trying to wait. But I'm impatient, so I wanted to share it. But yeah, so once Christopher's tree goes up, or at least sometime in the near future, I don't know, maybe within the next month or so, I'm going to go ahead and send this to him so that he has it for his Christmas tree. I think he said the Christmas tree goes up on November 1st. And I don't know if this captures in the video, but here it's like super crazy sparkly. So yes, there must be a reason he selected me for his design team, right? Because I must be similar to him. And then I was starting another one that I was going to make for the same kind of style, like maybe our first Christmas ornament. So it would have the same sort of whatever, it would go on the inside. I would decorate it however, ink blending or, whatever. And then some sort of like our first Christmas or whatever kind of sentiment would be super cute. Yeah, that's that. I will also show you guys, while I'm showing you things, this card that I just shared on my social media the other day. And it is from Spellbinders, this die. It's actually supposed to be an ornament, like a Christmas ornament. But I decided that I wanted it to be a light bulb. And so a light bulb it is. So this die and the ornament die are from Spellbinders. And they just came out recently with a new release called A Charming Christmas. And that's what both of these are from. This sentiment is from Pretty Pink Posh, from their set called Rainy Days. And yeah, so I thought that turned out kind of cool. I really like finding different ways to like stretch my dies and stretch my stamps so that like I have this Christmas set, but I want to be able to use it for something other than just Christmas. And this was the perfect opportunity to do that. I really wanted a stamp set that said "You're brilliant" for this, but I didn't have one. I think there are a few, so I may have to look into doing that because I really thought that would be super cute with the light bulb. You're brilliant. I don't know. I really like that. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to my little fringe. Got a little off track there. But yeah, you guys should let me know if you decide to send your invitation, or not invitations. Gosh, I am like mom brain hard tonight. If you decide to send ornaments, I would love to see them. So make sure you let me know. And I'm supposed to be going in December for the anniversary party, but I really don't want to wait that long to see them because, like you guys know, I'm impatient. So if you have them before then, I would love to see them. You guys can tag me on social media. It's just at A Card Day's Work, no punctuation or anything, so there's no apostrophe or spaces or anything like that. But if you do Instagram, and I have Facebook too, so I have a little Facebook page. I think it's just facebook.com/carddayswork. And then, you can pop on there. And I share everything there the same as I do on Instagram. So everything I share on Instagram also shares to my Facebook page. Oh, hey, Heather. Thanks for joining. Use the ink pens, not unknowns. I don't know what that means. Oh, I missed a message. That would make so much more sense if I had read that first message. I have a Cricut. I don't have a Scan and Cut. I wish that I did. I am actually considering getting one at some point when I can afford it, which, given my craft obsession and all the things that are on my wish list, I don't know when that would be. But I have definitely been considering getting one because buying and storing, honestly, all of the oh my gosh, you guys, my brain, all all of the dies, there we go. All of the dies for all of the stamp sets that I have and continue to collect is very cumbersome. It is a lot to try to keep up with all of that storage for the dies, the coordinating dies, the standalone dies, plus all the stamp sets. It gets to be a lot sometimes. And especially for like multiple companies, because a lot of companies have, like they have a circle die, somebody else has a circle die, and you end up with like a ton of stuff. And so that gets cumbersome. So I would like to be able to get a scan and cut so that I could kind of get away from buying the dies a little bit. But I also want to support the companies too. And some companies, I wish that more companies would do this. I wish that they would sell SVG cut files for their images. So that if you had a stamp, you would just buy the SVG cut file for the stamp. As long as you had a cutting machine, it would cut it out for you. And you wouldn't have to worry about buying 8 million dies, coordinating dies, and like all these tiny little pieces that you end up with. And there's one company I know of for sure that does it, and that's Crafted Desert Divas. So when I was on their design team, I ended up with a few of their SVG cut files for their stamps, and I thought it was super cool. I just wish that more companies did that. Because one thing too, not everybody has a die cut machine, like a Cuttlebug or whatever. And so it kind of limits a little bit what people can use from the company. So it'd be cool if they had the option. I mean, I don't know. For me personally, it would be great. It may not make sense financially for them, and that's okay. I totally get that. But, it would be cool. Well, Heather, you can come and fussy cut my stuff any day. I would be happy to have you, and I will just fix you one of those chicken, bacon, whatever thing I made, chicken, bacon, lettuce, tomato bowls that I made earlier that you said you wanted one of. You just come over and fussy cut all my stuff for me, and I will keep you supplied with your giant bowl of delicious salad. And we'll go from there. We can set up a system, like a bartering system. Because I do not like to fussy cut at all. Uh-oh. Gotta get my glue a little bit better in place. I didn't quite get it where I wanted to. Let's pull you up a little bit. And I haven't really said anything about this before, but like I'm folding over this last one because otherwise it looks really weird at the top. You love fussy cutting too? Oh my gosh. I don't know, you guys. I guess there have to be some fussy cutters in the world, and then there have to be the people who don't like fussy cutting, because there's always some of one and some of another. But me, I fall drastically on the side of people who do not like to fussy cut. My hand starts cramping. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. But, that's okay. We all have our things that we like, and we all have our things that we don't like. That just happens to be one of the things I don't like. You think it's therapeutic. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kindred Stamps. Mrs. Whitlock, I need to look into them a little bit more. I've seen a ton of cute stamps from them, but I have not bought any yet. So I need to look into that. Because they have like really cute ones that are like Harry Potter and stuff, I think, if I'm thinking of the right. They do a lot of pop culture type stamp sets. Sometimes you just need to relax and fussy cut. No, that does not relax me. And I think maybe that speaks to our different personality types, because fussy cutting, oh, sorry, I kicked the camera. Fussy cutting stresses me out. I can't cut a straight line either, Stacy. I have really sharp scissors. Like I have the ones that came with my Cricut, but I also have some like Cutterpeed ones and all that. And they're very sharp, and I don't know. I don't like it. They're not comfortable, in my opinion. They're so tiny, and then my hand starts hurting. I don't know. Maybe I need a better grip of scissors. Oh, arthritis. Yeah, that's hard. If you get like, if you're doing the same motion over and over again, I bet that that gets really difficult. I'm not going to cut too much more of this because I'm on my last one. So I'm going to cut a little less than I was cutting before, just because I don't want to end up with like a ton of extra fringe that I'm not going to use. And I have to say, I am promising myself right now that I am not going to make any piñatas. Because this is basically what you do to make a piñata. You like make the shape or whatever out of cardboard, and then you spend 8 years cutting fringe and applying it to your shape, and no thank you. These invitations are quite enough for me. Thank you very much. Either that or color a bunch of images. I see a lot of people coloring images like that, and they post it on Instagram or they post it wherever, and I guess I'm more of a like color it as I need it kind of person. The only time that I really go crazy coloring images is when it's the 30-day marker challenge. Then I do spend time cutting the image, or cutting, oh my gosh, you guys, I can't speak. Coloring the images every day. So I do spend time doing that when it's the 30-day color challenge, but other than that, I kind of just color as I need it. Although I do have quite a large container of images that have already been colored, though a lot of them did come from the 30-day coloring challenge. Okay, so how do I store my stamps and dies so I know what I have and where? Okay, so I use the method that Jennifer McGuire uses, which is I use those fridge bins, those inter-design containers that are supposed to go in your fridge or your pantry. I use those to store my stamps, and I sort them by brand. Some people don't like that. Some people do, they do by theme or whatever, and that is totally crazy to me. For me, I would never find anything ever again if I sorted it by theme. And I know that that sounds crazy because you're like, oh, well, you're looking for a Christmas stamp. You just go to the Christmas section. But like, I use bits and pieces of my stamp sets so frequently that I don't know. I can't keep up with that. So I do it by brand. And I have one like divider for each brand, and then I put all the stamp sets in their pockets in between them, and store them that way. So I use a label maker. Well, honestly, I use my Cricut and print stickers to put on them, and then so it has the brand and the name of the stamp set on it, and then that works for me, because I don't know. I like to have them all near the other ones that are similar, meaning like the same brand. For me, that just helps flow. I am looking into using a program, like an app called Evernote, to organize my stuff so that I can keep track of what I have, and that way I don't double buy, like if I'm out shopping or if I'm shopping online, whatever, and like I don't want to flip through my stash to see if I already have something, or like if I have the coordinating dies or not. Oops, I forgot to fold it. So I am thinking about using that. I've seen a lot of people in the Stamp Junkies group talk about that and that it works really well for them. So I'm thinking I might go ahead and try that. But if I do, I will definitely let you guys know how it works. So basically what it is it is kind of like a note app, like for taking notes. And you can create basically an organization system for your stamps, and you can sort them by, the brand, the manufacturer, if it's a clear or rubber, there's just endless possibilities. And you put all the information in, so it's definitely tedious. But then you can search by keyword. And then, you're like, I need a stamp set that says, like how I was looking for one that said brilliant. Like if I had put all of that into Evernote, I could have like gone back basically and looked and said like, oh, I want a stamp set that says brilliant. And I would just type in brilliant and it would pop up any stamp set that I had that had the word brilliant in it, no matter what the theme was. Like it doesn't matter if it's Christmas or whatever. And I think that that's awesome because then you really can get the most out of your supplies. Because like I was telling you guys earlier, I really, really like to stretch my dies, stretch my stamps, so that I am getting the most out of the money that I spend. Because I don't have a huge craft budget, so I kind of have to make it count. Like whatever I'm doing, I've got to make it worth it. So yes, I think I might try that. You don't know what to do about the ones that are sets. Freebies, yes. I struggle with that too. Like sometimes Lawn Fawn has sent me like a thank you stamp or something, and I never know what to do with them. So that is a struggle for me as well. Okay, you use Evernote too, so you know what you've already purchased. Yes, that's what I want. Oh, make sure you keep a backup. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's really good. Evernote scares me. I wish I could do Craft Cabinet. I have not heard of that, but I have an Apple phone. It is an iPhone, so I might have to look into that. Wish I was a software designer because us girls need a good program where everything is in one place. Yes, I agree. A budget, Trudy. I mean, I'm using that term like liberally. Basically, any money I make from selling my cards on my little Etsy shop goes right back into buying more craft supplies or running my blog, because there are costs for running the blog that I don't think people think about a lot. So all that money just goes right back into managing everything or buying more stuff. Hold on one second. I'm going to grab my card bases so that I can adhere all of this stuff, but it'll take me just like half a second. Okay. So since I've got my pre-cut card bases, this won't take long at all. But I just figured I would go ahead and do this part. If you can break even, it's an amazing thing. Yeah, that's what my husband keeps telling me. He says, oh, your hobby, if it pays for itself, then, that's great. But, there's always more stuff to buy. There's just always more. Like you think you have it, you think you're doing well, and then I'm like, man, I need to buy everything. Heather, let me just tell you that when I saw that email come through to me with the invoice, I almost had a heart attack. I cannot even tell you. My husband could tell you what I did. When I saw that email come through, I was like, oh my gosh, is this a what? I was super excited. So hopefully that will be coming soon. I don't know when it's going to get here, but I am so excited. Budget, what's that? Yes. Heather calls and my money flies out the window. Heather, how's it feel to be blamed for that? Oh my gosh, you guys, look what I did. I forgot that this was smaller and I was just trying to like glue it to the whole thing. I'll save that for something else. I forgot. Oh, okay, it ships out on Monday. That's awesome. I cannot wait. I am so stinking excited. Okay. Craft Cabinet, you haven't heard of it either. Yeah, I had never heard of that. Oh, you got a bunch of packages. Yes. Sometimes that happens to me where I don't get anything for a while and then all of a sudden I get everything like right at the same time. And it's like I don't even know what to do with all this stuff at this point because there's just so much stuff and I can't even, I don't know, I can't create in a mess. I mean, I say that, but I mean, my stuff is messy all the time. But I don't know. I feel overwhelmed sometimes when I get a lot of stuff. So I have to have a system in place so that like when I get it, I make the labels, I organize it, I do all the stuff so that it's not too overwhelming. Like when, I don't know. Otherwise, like it just goes in a box and I never see it again. Like if I don't take care of it right away, I will just like shove it in this box of doom, which is basically like my haven't used it yet, so it's not put away box, and it just sits in there. And then I pull stuff out sometimes months later, and I'm like, oh my gosh, right, I never used that thing. And it's the stamp set that I was like dying to have. Like I had to have it right now, or else like the world was gonna end. And then it's just been sitting in there for months. Like, okay, I've got it. That's enough. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's like a weird crafter's problem. Aqua pigments. Oh my gosh, I need to buy some aqua pigments. Gonna stamp and pouring medium. Yes, Kijo, that's exactly how I feel. Like that feeling I was just describing is like there's like too much. I'm too overwhelmed with the things that I want to do, and then I can't decide on one. It's like crafting anxiety. Heather can sell anything. She's so fun to talk to. Okay, so I need to know more about this. Heather, do you call them to tell them when there are new products in? Is that what's happening? Is there a mailing list for this? Or a phone tree? Around 3 years ago. Maybe. You don't have an Apple. Oh, yeah, it's hard when they make apps that are only for one or the other. I don't like that. It makes it difficult because obviously not everyone has the same kind of phone. 3 to 5 projects ongoing. I can't. I get too overwhelmed when I have too many projects like that. I have to try to make, and not that I don't want to, or that I probably wouldn't, because I am kind of like craft ADD sometimes. But I, for my sanity, really have to make myself finish something first before I move on, because otherwise I don't know, I get too overwhelmed. You're getting ready to shrinky dink. I need to know more about that. My mom made me some like shrinky dink stuff once that were like feathers for my little guy's mobile above his crib. And they were super cool, but I don't have any idea how it works. So, you took Christopher's class and were hooked. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, there's some in my box. Oh my gosh, you just made my day. I need to go back and look at the invoice and see and like really look at everything, because I was just like, oh my gosh, this email is like the best thing that ever happened to me. Did you spell something wrong, Mrs. Whitlock? Yes, Sandra, are you talking about in Heather's live video on Facebook the other day? Because that was really pretty. And the back of that, was it a clipboard? That's super cool. The whole project was awesome, Heather. You did a great job with that. It's things like a lot of mixed media things I would never think of to use. Use a block to flatten. Oh, Stacy, the foiling stuff. No, it's so easy. Are you talking about like the toner sheets and all of that? Yeah, it's so cool and so easy. And it's like even easier than laminating. It's super cool. You could totally do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise. Third video. Yes, Heather, I've never seen you live before that, but I will definitely tune in again if I get that notification that you are going live, because that was really cool. I always enjoy seeing other people crafting and kind of like, I don't know, seeing their processes, because I think everybody crafts differently. And it's just really interesting to see kind of the creative flow from somebody else and kind of what goes into the projects, because you see the finished images and you just have no idea what they did to make that. Sometimes like you can guess, but man, seeing it live is just really cool. Was that yesterday, Heather? Wasn't it? I think it was yesterday that you went live. I was over at my in-laws' house and I was like, oop, Heather's live, gotta go. So I just like walked off for a little bit. I was like, I'm definitely gonna watch this, so I'll be back. Yeah, if you guys miss a video, you can always tune back in and watch it. But yeah, make sure you follow the page on Facebook so that you get notifications for when people go live, because you don't want to miss it. It's always fun to be able to interact and talk with everybody while the live video is happening. There's something magical about it. Trudy, it's on the Brutus Monroe Facebook page. So if you type in Brutus Monroe, it's on there that she went live. Oh, you don't have crafty friends in real life. That's the worst. I don't really have any local crafty friends anymore. So I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't really have anyone to, I don't know, I don't really have anyone to get crafty with. And I teach classes at my local Joann, which I think some of you guys know. And then I meet people through there, but it's kind of a different sort of vibe, I guess, because I am like the instructor, and so it doesn't feel as candid, I guess, like as if you just met somebody. And I've met some really super cool people through the classes at Joann, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same as like meeting a crafty friend to hang out with, because then you've got that teacher vibe. Okay, I am one card base short. Hold on one second. Okay. I thought I had grabbed enough, but apparently I did not. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so see, that's the other thing. Traveling to do crafts, I feel like, is the worst. Like, I'm going to need somebody to come to my house. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, I have too much stuff, and I would never know what to bring. And I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to handle it. I find you always want what I leave home. Yes, that's exactly what I'm worried about. 15 years ago, make the meetings and they'll eventually come. Okay, so here's my plan. We are hoping to buy a new house soon, and we're kind of like in the process of things, but it's not really final yet. But if we get this new house, I have a good sized craft room place set up. So if that happens, then I will be able to have some extra table space at my house. And then I actually could do that where I had people come over, because I don't really have a good venue. I don't really have a good venue. Can't get answer of best day. What I need to bring. Oh, at the store. Take a project or cut a bunch out. Yeah, that's my problem too. Are you guys still with me? Okay, I thought it cut out for a second, but I think it's okay. um, what? Show pictures of what? The house we're trying to buy? I don't have any pictures of that. But if I do, I will definitely share pictures. It's got a lot of updating that it needs. And so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It needs some work, but it's got a really nice space. Christopher's coming back from being gone, so this week will be nuts. Yes. Trudy, what are you asking about? I'm not sure what you're asking about. What is that? I know people who get together during the day, but you're still working. Yeah, see, that's problematic. And I have my kids during the day, so I can't really get together during the day and do anything because I've got little monsters running around. Oh, yes, Trudy, it's fringe. It's supposed to look like a piñata. I don't know if I epically failed or not, but the idea was that it was supposed to look like a piñata. So, you know, you can kind of ruffle it up if you want, but so the theme is Taco Tuesday because my son is turning 2 October 3rd. And so I'm making invitations for his birthday party, and we're having a taco birthday party basically. And so it says skip the siesta and join the fiesta. Benton's Taco Tuesday. So then on the inside I'll have like the party details and all of that, but I figured I would at least get through the fronts. So what I'm going to do, this is probably the last thing I'll do. This is a self-inking stamp that I got with my like little logo for A Card Day's Work, so the little bird with the envelope. And then it just stamps, and it's got my Etsy address on the back. So I just stamp all of my cards with it. That way, if anybody's ever wondering where the card came from, they can find out. And they can visit me on my Etsy shop, and maybe they'll buy something. So it's really cool. I like it that it is like super fast and easy, and I don't have to put it in a stamp positioner or anything like that. I can just kind of line it up, and if it's a little bit crooked, that's okay. Kijo, no. Did you share it on social media? Because I did not see it. I need more info. I need to know more about that because I have not, I either need you to tag me. Okay, Kijo, I need to follow you on Instagram then, because I don't think I have you. Miss, okay, I'm gonna write it down because I'm using my phone to stream right now, but I'm gonna write it down so that I don't miss it. Okay, so it's MISSKIJ, and then is that a 0 at the end? Because Kijo, it is at A Card Day's Work, so no spaces and no punctuation. Like I have more than one name, so I'm confusing. Yes, so yeah, if you want to tag me on social media ever, just tag at A Card Day's Work. And that will pop me right up, and you will be able to get into me. And if you find me on Facebook, it's under facebook.com/A Card Day's Work. So pretty much anywhere you want to find me, just look for A Card Day's Work, and it'll be there. Like I think I have on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that. And my email address too. So it's acarddayswork@gmail.com. So that's all. All of my social media contact information. Okay, so he smoothed it into a ball, rolled it in his palm like making clay beads. What was it with, Trudy? What was he using? It's fluffy, then static. Huh. Yeah, I need to know more. Was it in a live video that he was doing it? Tell me more. I can't wait to log off kind of so that I can go see your wreath, Kijo. Oh, this one already had one on the back. Whoops. Good thing I didn't mindlessly stamp that. Yay! Okay, I'm going to follow you back as soon as I'm done on here, too. Because like I said, I'm using my phone to stream. Oh, that one already has it, too. Okay. All right, you guys. So that is my 10 invitations. All done and ready to go except for the insides, which I'll just probably type something up and print it out and stick it on the inside and call it good. But yeah, I'm hoping to get those sent out tomorrow. Yes. It's not a great wreath. $5. Yes, I will take credit or make the guilty association for having you do $5 wreaths. They're so cool. I just think they're so pretty. Am I still going to my blog? Oh, I will be on the Brutus Monroe blog in 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I think it goes live at midnight. So that will be live in 2 minutes. I hope that's what you meant. But right after this, I guess, then 2 minutes, I'll be, so I won't be live, but my post will be up on the blog. So you'll get to see my my taco card. That's all I'll give away, is that it has to do with tacos. And then in 2 minutes, you can go and check it out. Yeah. You can go to brutusmonroe.com and then click on the little blog link, and then you'll be able to see the blog post that I posted. And yeah, I hope you guys love it. I really like tacos. As you can tell, I'm having a taco party for my 2-year-old, and this taco card will be proof. But yeah, so if you head to brutusmonroe.com and then click on blog, I'm gonna pull it up on my computer really quick just to make sure I'm not leading you astray. Yes, okay, so you just go to brutusmonroe.com and then you click on blog, kind of near the top, but like where all the other menus are to like go to the catalog and the subscription products. You just click on blog, and then it will pop right up, and in about 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, I will be live with my post. So like I won't be live on a video, but my card will be there. Stacy, I agree. It feels like one big family, and I love that you guys are here and that you chat with me and keep me company. You guys all totally rock. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and for keeping me company, chatting with me. If there's anything you guys want to see me do in live videos, just make sure you let me know. And I will definitely have some more live videos and regular videos, because I've kind of fallen off the wagon with my regular videos. But I will have more videos in general, live and regular, for Brutus Monroe products coming soon. So in the next couple weeks, keep an eye out for that. I will have inspiration videos for you guys for some of the stamps of the month and the inspiration boxes and things like that. So there's going to be a whole lot of good stuff coming your way. So just make sure that you guys stay tuned and catch me when I'm live, or tune in and watch the videos once I post them. So yeah. Neighbors in Indiana. That's so cool. Maybe you guys can meet in person. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off before my phone dies. It's getting a little low. But my post is live up on the Brutus Monroe blog if you guys want to check that out before you go to bed. And I will see you all very soon, I would imagine. So like I said, stay tuned. Make sure you hit that little bell so you get notified when I post new videos, and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, I will see you guys all at the anniversary party. I'm definitely planning to be there. And I will definitely see you guys in live videos before then. Okay, so I am signing off. Hugs and love to all of you guys, and I will see you really soon.